John 18:36. Jesus answered, "My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now is my kingdom not from hence." Has these words changed? Are we now to support another kingdom or a country, regardless of what country or kingdom that is? Has this all of a sudden changed to my kingdom is of this world, and we are to fight for the kingdom, that we should be delivered to the Jews? The answer is no. It is still the same yesterday, today, and forever. This world is still this world today, as it was back in the time of John 18:36. So this would include the kingdom or the land of Israel. We all know that Obama visited Israel, and a lot of people are claiming Obama's the Antichrist, and Israel, we gotta support Israel, we gotta do this for Israel, we gotta, Christians unite for Israel. And folks, when are you gonna get it? When are you going to understand that both these sides are working for the same Luciferian agenda? It don't matter who governs who. It does not matter. We shouldn't even be concerned with the kingdoms of this world. The kingdom of this world is going to be destroyed when that rock smashes the statue's feet, according to Daniel 2. During that press conference, and it was made clear to me, everyone was talking about, how Obama lied to Netanyahu about this and that and this and that. Well, everyone's giving credit to Netanyahu because he's the prime minister of Israel, and this and that and this and that. Well, the thing is we have believers that will go so far, that do a really good job of pointing at the symbolic languages of the occult, which means hidden or mystery, and we know that their language to the world is in symbology. We all know about the Masonic handshake. We should know about the different images of the Masonic handshake. I've said before that it is well known or highly documented that Netanyahu is a 33rd degree Freemason. There's a lot of evidence that Obama is a 32 degree Prince Hall Freemason. And at the end of Netanyahu's opening address to Obama at the press conference on March the 20th, when he said, "Mr. President, I welcome you to Israel and I welcome you to Jerusalem," they shook hands. Okay? And I want you to look at this real carefully. Very carefully. Okay? Again, these are two individuals working for the same agenda. And I'm going to show you some other things regarding Ahmadinejad too. Here's a video from the White House channel. Obviously, you see Obama and Netanyahu here. And you see this right here? You see Netanyahu and Obama extending hands. And you see the thumb over the knuckle. Same thing with Obama. The thumb over the knuckle. And Netanyahu's hand extending over and around the last knuckle. Right here. And you can see that clear as day. Okay? Now, keep this in mind. Here's a list of 33rd degree Freemasons. I'm just going to go over a couple of them. Karl Marx. Hugo Chavez. The one that just died of lung cancer for what someone is saying supposedly cursed Israel. It's all Hegelian dialectic, folks. It's all a stage. It's all theater. As a matter of fact, you know, there's this whole book that somebody wrote that, like, every time something is said about Israel, the United States has some kind of nuclear, has some kind of disaster that happens to it or whatever. And we know that there's weather modification. We know that man is trying to play God. Hence, therefore, there's a lot of counterfeiting going on. Okay? Bear that in mind. A lot of deception going on these days. Kenneth Copeland's a Freemason. Walt Disney, Bob Dole, Ronald Reagan, Colin Powell, Shimon Peres, and look at what you have here. Benjamin Netanyahu, Vladimir Lenin, Benjamin Netanyahu, Karl Marx. Yeah, they're all in the same boat. So, and all these links will be posted below. Okay? Now, I want to take you here. I don't know if you can read all of this. I guess I'll post this below too. I don't know if you can read all of this, but this is from Albert Pike. He was born on December 29th, 1809. Died in 1891. In 1889, Albert Pike addressing the 23 Supreme Councils of the world on July 14th, 1889. This is what he says, quote, "To you, sovereign grand instructors general, we say this, that you may repeat it to the brethren of the 32nd, the 31st, and 30th degrees. All other degrees below are just nothing but goyim, and they don't need to know what is repeated to the 32nd, 31st, and 30th. Moving on with the quote. "The Masonic religion should be, by all of us initiates of the high degrees, maintained in the purity of the Luciferian doctrine." Okay? Now, I just showed you Netanyahu right here. List of 33rd degree Masons. Take a look at this picture again. Look at the hand gesture. Look at the handshake. And Obama's doing the same thing. Obama criticizes opponents' Iraq votes. This was from December 28, 2007. By Jason Clayworth, Register staff writer. Quote, "One of their most famous members, and also a 32nd degree Prince Hall Mason, became a U.S. presidential candidate for 2008. His name is Barack Hussein Obama." Okay? Written by Zenon Kwasiewicz, Prince Hall is the first black Masonic lodge in the U.S. named by its founder and master, who was the most famous black individual in the Boston area during the American Revolution and through the turn of the 19th century. Okay? So, and this is Barack Obama speaking at the Scottish Rite Masonic Center in Des Moines, Iowa on Thursday. Criticized other Democrat votes to authorize the war in Iraq. So here we see Obama, 32-degree Prince Hall Freemason. This is what they were talking about. This Boston Globe from December 28, 2007. Barack Obama arrived for a speech at the Scottish Rite Masonic Center in Des Moines yesterday. And here you can see him getting ready to extend the hand. And you can see how the knuckle is getting ready to be positioned right above, between the first and second knuckle. Okay, the same thing that Netanyahu just did. Right there, you see the thumb. Right there. You see the hands covering over the last two knuckles. So, now, hopefully that you got a good look at this. Now I want to take you to this. Here's the imagery. Members of Freemasonry always expose themselves among the other Freemasonry members. They have same signs of handshakes, arm shakes, colors of their clothes. These signs prove to the other members of Freemasons that they are their brother. The most popular definition of Freemasonry states that it is a unique system of morality, veiled in allegory and illustrated by symbols. When you meet any person, carefully observe his or her body signals. This is one of the handshakes. You see how I just showed you? This is the shibboleth, past grip of a fellow craft. Right here. I mean, it doesn't matter which member of a Mason does this, but the grip of the entered apprentice is made by pressing the thumb against the top of the first knuckle joint of the fellow Mason. The fellow Mason also presses his thumb against the first Mason's knuckle. So you see the hands here, the fingers. You see the thumb. Go back over here again. You can see the same exact thing right here. Alright? No difference. Here's another image of it. This is a little different. And here's another image of it. Here's a third image, which actually kind of resembles more of this right here. This third image right here. You see that? It's the same language. Here you can see Ahmadinejad. Freemasonic handshake. Larry King, 2007. Another handshake signal. Strong grips of the lion's paw right here. Okay. Here's the Pope. Here you can see Obama again. Extended Masonic handshake. Obama and Bob Schiffer. I mean, this stuff just doesn't go away, folks. And it does include any government leader, including Netanyahu. And there you see George Bush and Chinese Prime Minister right there. You can see how that matches more so this handshake right here. That one right here. There you can see the thumb. There's Jordan King Abdullah showing sign of Satan and plus red tie. So, again, I need to remind you once more that this right here is symbolic language. They are telling you what they represent, and who they worship. I will read it again. To you, sovereign grand instructors general, we say this, that you may repeat it to the brethren of the 32nd, the 31st, and the 30th degrees. The Masonic religion should be, by all of us initiates with the high degrees, maintaining the purity of the Luciferian doctrine. End quote. I'm going to take you to Matthew 4. This was the third temptation of the devil. Again the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world. Of what world? This world. Jesus said, my kingdom is not of this world. And the glory of them. And saith unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. John 18:36, my kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now is my kingdom not from hence. This is not anti-Semitic, folks, and I'm not cursing anybody. I'm just pointing out the obvious, okay? I'm pointing out the obvious. Satan tempted Jesus with all the kingdoms of the world. Of this world, this age, okay? It's the same age that we are living in. It's the same age, and here you have government leaders working for the same agenda as everybody else, wanting to fulfill a one-world government, the kingdoms of this world. I'll give you all the kingdoms of this world. But what did Jesus say? Get thee behind me, Satan. For thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve. We're not to be serving Israel. We're not to be serving politics. We're not to be serving Netanyahu or any of it. We are supposed to be serving the one who says, my kingdom is not of this world. And I just showed you the symbolic language of the reason why. And how so many believers are so deceived about this. Wake up. Wake up. Truth be told, truth be known. Stay safe. God bless, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.